You know what's funny? I was out of nowhere. Sorry, before we start this podcast, put this in like this is a prologue. I was watching an old Nick the Bulls fan video and somebody asked him a question. it was a Q&A. That wasn't a punchline. So relax. I was watching a Q&A from Nick the Bulls fan. Someone asked him the question, what's your favorite album that just released? And it was between Hobson's Pound Syndrome or I think it was Good Kid, Mad City. And he said Pound Syndrome. And I was like, yo, it's crazy how things have changed because we all know Good Kid, Mad City is like top 3 of the decade. But I just thought that was interesting out of nowhere. I thought you'd find that funny.
I found that whole thing hilarious.
Anyway.
When was you watching that video?
I don't know how I got there, bro.
You watching it recently?
Today. I don't know how I got there.
I had a lot of free time today.
The YouTube algorithm. You go downstairs. Have you seen what he did downstairs?
To the collab room?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you hired a cleaner. Did you do that?
No, he did this.
Oh, I thought you were just cabbing.
You're welcome.
No. He just did.
Why, it's clean though.
No, I'm talking about how he moved everything around.
Oh yeah, it's wavy.
Way better.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
you don't like it?
It's the same room.
All right, but now it looks better. What the hell?
You think
Hey, welcome back to the Peer-to-Peer podcast because Lo refuses to do an intro.
It's the one and only Legend of Winning. Yeah, that's what I thought, yo. What's up, internet?
Hijack my intro like that. What the hell?
It's the one and only Legend. Yo, shut up, bro.
My bad.
What up, internet? Is the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Lo, and we back with another episode of the Peer-to-Peer podcast. This is our second take, so please don't hit any space bars. And if that would have hit that candle, we would have all burned down.
I have a candle behind the camera, and it's like it broke. I threw it at Davis because Davis was pissing me off at the mall, and so the glass around it shattered. And so actually, I had 2 candles like that, and one of them I left on at night. This house is gonna burn down, bro. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and you just
when I woke up, it was just wax all over, bro.
And you leave the gas on and everything.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave wax.
All right, before we go into the podcast, we have our guest, the editor.
The editor.
I'm sorry,
the editor.
Well, the editor isn't here.
I'm right here.
Oh no, you're right. It's the editor.
It's
okay.
the editor.
Here's Waleed.
I will walk out right now. I will walk out right now.
Yo, say what's up, Waleed.
Pay me some respect. I am Waleed.
You have
the
orange
editor.
stuff right here.
Oh, it's probably for my hoodie.
And right here too.
It's for my unofficial Agent Zero.
Stop moving your head, bro. I'm trying to get you
trying
looking
to
right,
do
man.
a promo for your merch.
My bad. I'm trying to help you.
Do the promo.
Hey, good stuff. That's how you promo stuff. You know what I mean?
Easy. Move along.
You got to make it sound natural. I'm lying. That was a bad promo.
Yo, hurry up.
Hey, it's the one and only Agent Zero. Thank you guys so much for showing love on all the podcasts.
How come you didn't say AKA this time?
I didn't say that last time.
Yeah, you said.
Run the tape. Where's the tape?
We still have the footage.
Run the tape.
Oh, you deleted it. You did delete it.
But it's on here too.
No, we don't.
Run the tape.
We don't do bad content. That's
hey, we're trying to hit 1,000 5-stars for no reason other than we want to on Apple Podcasts. We're real close, so just make sure to go down there, drop a 5-star review saying the editor.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or
Lo's actually on Twitter
editor.
right now, by the way.
Or the editor. Whichever one you think will lead is.
The.
It's the same thing. You know, it's so great to spell the same way. Also, make sure on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and of course, Noti gang. You know what I'm saying? Noti gang
For sure. I can't forget about those. And you forgot to tell them to put on the aux cord, but we're gonna forgive you for that.
Yeah, of course. I always put an aux cord. You know, that's easily the best way to grow organically. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on the aux cord, Google Play, Spotify, et cetera.
Word.
But now I have to sit back and re-listen to this whole back and forth of how they first met.
Yes, sir.
So now we can exclude Lo. You go back to Twitter.
I'm going back.
Go back on Twitter.
Go ahead, do that, man. Hey, Waleed, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you. I know everyone wants to see me here, so you know I'm here.
Hey, if you guys have been watching my channel, then you probably know who this bright orange ball of sunlight is right here. It's Waleed, man. He's been helping me edit for like the past 3 years, probably actually way more than that.
Not helping.
Really
I've been doing the editing. He doesn't really.
Yeah, like he helped and I did some of it too.
No, he didn't do nothing. He just claims he did it. You know the one time? The one time there was this massive mistake in a video like a year ago.
You've had plenty of massive mistakes.
It was literally him, and you did not claim it.
Which one was that?
I don't know, but you messed up massively on Twitter, and you just didn't claim it was you. It was the one time.
Oh no, I was on YouTube and I blamed you.
Yeah, and it wasn't me though. That was the one time.
But think about it. Every other time you mess up, they just blame me though.
Nah, but there was nothing that big ever.
Anyway, stop messing up, Waleed. That's the moral of the story. All right. Anyway, so I've known Waleed since forever. I don't even know. I don't even think there was a time in my life where I didn't know Waleed. To the point where like we always used to go to your house, or you come to our house for New Year's. Mm-hmm. every New
was a
Year's.
tradition.
Like, I'd be pissed if my mom was like, wait, we're not going to Walid and Hamdi's house for New Year's?
That's not right.
I'd be like, yo, what are you talking about, Mom? I gotta catch the bus. I gotta go. Like, tell me something.
That was before Uber too. That was never.
Yeah. So, so then we grew up together. We had a lot of fun memories together.
That's a fact.
And so
Then
then,
what happened? We were on Look Low.
yeah. He's like, oh, these guys.
Because I had to hear the same story again.
Hey, no, we're telling it differently this time. This is
go ahead,
better.
tell 'em.
See,
Go
you
ahead,
see how like the
revised.
presentation of it is a little bit better this time.
Smooth.
So go ahead, go say your story.
So yeah, man. Me and we've been kind of just close. I always used to. Your house was the only house that my mom will ever let me sleep over at. Yeah, I mean, we had to like beg her, like, please. Actually, no, I had one of like my first cousins that lived in Ajax. They let me sleep there too. So then, yeah, I remember like.
I never had to even try to sleep at yours. Your
Yeah,
house
you
was my
did, bro.
first-
I remember you like because you'd have to be like, oh, could you ask my mom? Because she gonna say yes.
Yeah, that's when we were like really young. But once it really started, like it was not. Your house was the first house I had like unlimited freedom, and I peeped it when I was at your house on the weekend, and I was not allowed to at that point take my mom's car and sleep over at your house. I wasn't allowed to. But when I went to your house, your mom would let me take the car and do whatever I wanted, and I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Especially at my age, I was like, yo, this freedom is
Facts.
something different.
Yeah, when you're like 14, 15 and you have free time, like we used to just like
We
we spent like a week watching like Disney shows. We didn't leave the basement like ever. We stayed in the basement
Shake
and
it up,
watched Disney
Chicago.
shows with like a group of people. That's all we did. And that's a great memory in life.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You guys have to try it if you're. not
Yeah,
age of
yeah. So
productivity
then
yet.
I was at the time I left university, I dropped out and I was looking for someone to help me edit videos. And I was trying a few different editors out, but I didn't really fuck with their styles for the type of content that I was trying to make. And so I just ended up reaching out to Walid. At the time he was working at Best Buy. I was like, yo, do you want to edit? And
pharmacy.
and Shoppers.
2 jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Canada people know what Shoppers is.
I just trying to make
It's like Rexall or
Rite Aid.
yeah, like that. Or like Dwayne Reed. Kind of like that.
None of these things I've ever heard of.
Seriously?
Neither have I. I don't know what those are.
Dwayne Reed, they got that all over New York, man. I think, bro, that's like the little like pharmacy / convenience stores. Like, you know, it's mad like it's
Shoppers is
franchised.
massive.
So
It's not small.
Rite Aid and Walgreens.
No, not Walgreens though. Walgreens. Yeah, you right. It is like that. It's exactly like Walgreens. Yeah, so
just bigger slightly.
The fact that you just yelled that out
because it hit though. It hit. Anyway, so then I was like, yeah, Walid, do you want to help do this? And he agreed.
You have like $50 lotion, but your hand still looks like this is crazy.
I just came out the shower, bro. And I'm gonna go to the gym today, so I'm not gonna lotion before the gym.
You're supposed to be whining and dining me. What are you talking about?
Oh, I forgot. We're gonna
Yo,
get
look
to
at
that.
these broken promises.
We're gonna get to that, man, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. I got you, man.
Jeez.
So yeah, anyway, I asked Walid to help me out. First few months, I just kind of like showed him the ropes. And the good thing about like hiring someone who doesn't know how to edit is like they pick up your editing style, and then you could kind of basically form the way. He's obviously gonna have his own style at the end of the day because it's like creativity when you're editing. It's your own thing. But everybody has different styles, and he kind of has a similar style to the way that I like to edit. And there's a reason I like to edit like that is because I feel like it does best for engagement. So then, you know, years went by. Walid went from like barely an editor to an editor to one of the best editors to the editor. And we could talk to Lo about whether or not he became the editor just yet.
No, I don't think
I
so.
am.
I don't think so.
Best in the house.
I think there's an editor.
Best in the room.
There's definitely
Best
an
in the
editor
community.
that we all know of that's better than Walid. That's just a fact.
Is he here right now?
I mean, he doesn't have to be here now.
Oh, for those who don't know, since nobody decided to give context, we all live together. I feel like they should know that by
They
now.
don't know that?
But some guarantee you, like 25% did not. So now you know.
Now y'all know.
We all live together. Me and Walid live on the top floor,
amigos.
and Lo lives.
In the dungeon downstairs.
Yeah, he did not come out the dungeon.
Yes,
Nope.
I don't.
Word. Actually, sometimes you do. Sometimes you decide to come out and have some fun with us.
That's when David stomps on the floor. It makes a lot of
Never.
noise.
Yeah, actually, the only time you really come out is when you hear Davis stomp, and you can
Literally.
tell.
Because I can't do anything else when he's stomping. I can't literally do
It was
anything.
crazy. We were watching the video the other night.
We're recording right now.
They need to experience the David stomp. They have to experience it. Listen, I am.
that as if like
Listen,
he
I'm gonna
doesn't
tell you
know.
from now. I am the editor, but I know you're not gonna add those sound effects in, so I did it for them. I made
he
your
just
job
made-
easier.
I think I want to ask him.
He's like a Foley artist. He just came up with the sound effects.
I got
He
them.
ain't peeped
Now
that.
they experience what Davis.
Yeah, 2 days
Sounds
ago we were
You know
watching
what they
videos.
just did? And they just took their headphones off. It was like, turn this shit off. And left a 2-star.
And they're laughing at the same time. Though,
No.
so it's okay.
Jesus.
Sometimes you put out really terrible audio. On
Yeah,
purpose.
I literally can't do anything when Davis is here, so I have to come upstairs anyway.
I peeped that because randomly a couple days ago we're watching videos. Everyone's just enjoying themselves and shit. And then Davis's reaction to something funny in a video is to fall out the chair and roll around on the floor. And I'm like, yo, I hope Lo's not sleeping because he's right underneath us. And I know he just woke up.
I remind him you live here like at least 4 times a minute. So
Facts, but now that Davis has his own place,
we can do it. We
could teach him that lesson at his house.
That'll never happen, though.
Why not?
I'll never be in Davis' house. That hot box. that house is so hot, bro. I swear. It's like a whole nother climate.
This power bill is gonna drain his bank account.
That house is ridiculously humid, bro.
You're just walking in the foyer, you know what I mean,
It's like a
chilling.
rainforest.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was walking
And then you
there.
walk into a bedroom. Woof.
Yeah, it's just a whole nother climate.
Yeah,
yo.
that shit is wild.
It's like he has a heater on every single time you walk into another room, bro. Jesus.
But some don't have one at all. That's gonna be miserable in the summer when you can't get air conditioning in one room, but the other room is freezing cold. It's gonna be one of those. You're gonna need fans everywhere.
All right, let's go back to excluding Lo.
Oh yeah. So I just realized like
The editor.
okay. Well, that's the ongoing meme in the house for those who aren't aware. Lo just never likes to give Waleed the recognition he deserves, and then Waleed.
I give him. That's his recognition. He deserves the editor.
Why are you entertaining this?
What are you talking about?
Okay. And I like to just play along because it's funny to me watching them go at it.
He's the editor. What are we talking about? Yo, watch out. Yo, you're the editor.
This mic is too close. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Nonsense.
Yeah, so I just kind of realized over the years, honestly, I don't really talk to anybody. There's like 3 people I keep in touch with, and Waleed was one of the people. So I reached out to him, boom, made that happen. And then like literally for anything, I'm like, Waleed, do you want to go to Buffalo right now, this moment? Do you want to drive 2 hours here and 2 hours back? He's like, yeah. Like I can.
I thought we were.
Right now,
right,
I've never asked Waleed something, and then he was like, "Oh, actually, I'm not willing to do that crazy thing." Like just a month ago, I was like, "Yo, Waleed, I'm thinking about doing a video where I drive to Louisiana for the Popeyes buffet, and then just drive back." And Waleed was like, "Oh, let's do it. Like, when do you want to do it? Like right now?" I mean, no, not right now. Like we might have things to do. But yeah, so it's been incredible. Waleed is like the fun guy. He's just real fun to do things with. We can go to Walmart or like Dick's Sporting Goods and have the time of our lives.
Very fun.
Yeah, so
We haven't got in trouble for doing all the dumb stuff we've been doing, which is
why would we get in trouble?
I don't even know how.
No, why would we get in trouble?
I don't know.
No, we don't do
I'm not
anything
gonna
that
tell it on
crazy.
the podcast.
Oh, okay.
For example,
You made it sound like we was just very mischievous.
we are mischievous. We do go to Mexico a lot.
Oh, we do from time to time
all
go to
the time
Mexico.
And I think we're going to be doing Mexico more frequently because in the next week, I'm bringing the AMG. I'm driving it back down to Atlanta. So
You had to hit the Mexico track.
it's going to be
Just
me,
like that?
me and the AMG, him and the M4. I'm going to switch back and forth
I'm
for
just
fun.
going to Mexico and shit.
Shout out to his bank account because I pay for any of these cars.
Just whipping it to Mexico.
Swapping parking lots and stuff.
Yeah, it's like,
A lot of fun in Mexico.
of course,
Driving really fast.
We wouldn't do that here. That'd be crazy. Yeah, we're not that wild. Hey, Lo, put your phone down and respect the guests on the podcast.
Trying to figure out when are y'all gonna get done with this because this is the second time I heard this intro. So
Oh, you weren't paying attention the first time neither. So
No,
this
I
time I need you to
heard
pay
this is
fresh
attention.
news.
No,
Put your
'cause this
phone
time-
down,
Did I
man.
talk about
Go ahead, put your
AMG
phone
back
down.
already?
because this time you actually didn't bring up the fact that he taught you illegal things. So outside of that, it's been more or less the same thing.
We never talked
I don't
about
know
that.
what he's talking
I don't
about.
know why you would bring that up. That's
Must
so
have been the
crazy.
driving in Mexico thing that he was talking about.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Relax,
bro, you're bugging right now.
No,
you're bugging right now,
Twitter's
bro.
rotting your mind. Put that away.
No cap, bro. You know what they say about social media?
I get paid off of it.
Yeah, something like that. Like you can make money off it. So
That's
keep
true,
going.
Exactly.
When
not Twitter.
When
You
I
don't make.
first started learning to edit, it was a very fun experience. When I say fun, I mean I didn't do anything at all. The first month and a half ish, I literally did not work. I just went out every day and just got paid every day to just not even. I wasn't even at the house. I just literally was doing nothing.
Word. Then I had to talk with him. I was like, "Yeah, you're about to get fired real soon."
No, he didn't say that remotely.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Probably hit me up like once every like week and said, "Hey, can you like help me record this or like cut this up like real quick?" And I'm like, "Oh,
I should have put together a plan for you. I should have gave you like a curriculum.
Nah,
And been like, all right, today you're watching this video and you're accomplishing this task.
that would make me not want to do it.
Yeah, because then it'd be like too formal.
Yeah, I would hate it. That defeats the whole purpose of what this is now.
Kind of like Joseph.
I'd rather talk low right now because this nigga name dropping. For those of you who don't know, Joseph is Peter's editor.
Hey, Lo, so we're done talking. Put that phone down, please.
Bet,
In fact, let me confiscate that. Send that over here.
He's not gonna wine and dine you if you keep your phone on you like that.
Facts.
Oh, no,
How you
he's
expect me to wine and
that's
dine
not
you, but
yet.
you're not being respectful to the
You're
guest?
definitely whining and dining me today.
Okay, but you have to be respectful to the guests in the
It has
podcast.
nothing to do with you whining and dining
You know what I
me.
mean? You had Duke here and Phantom here. You know, Cinco was sitting here, and you have full respect for them. You know what I mean?
No,
So I'm gonna need you to
literally
put.
going through the same intro again.
I need you to
because
put your phone
you
down
hit the space bar.
and respect Waleed.
So what's next? You're whining and dining me today because you owe me $80.
I don't know,
so
man.
the fact-
I'm not feeling it.
And the
Just
fact,
pay
and
him.
the fact that you,
I might just give you like I might give you like a Groupon or something.
The reason why he hasn't paid me because he said he didn't have any money in his account.
I got a thing
Because
in
he's
the
a
mail.
broke boy.
Broke as shit.
That's crazy.
We're broke in this house.
All
I
of
can't
us.
afford an iPhone. You can't pay me back $80.
Can't pay rent. You know
I'm
what I
looking for
mean?
a sugar mama.
Yeah,
so.
you pay rent late. That's facts.
So we're just. So
But
how
you
you expect
are-
me to wine and dine you then, bro?
Because you owe me the 80.
Yeah, but I'll get you with that next week. Is that cool, boss?
No. Is that cool, boss?
You don't take IOUs?
No, I don't take no
That's
IOUs, bro.
I'll give you some coupons. I know you be hitting like
I'm
McDonald's
broke,
and Popeyes
so I
a
need
lot.
to be wine and dine tonight.
I got a question. Did you tell this recording we all live together, or did you tell?
Yeah, we told these
You
guys.
just said it like...
Was it this recording?
Leave, bro.
Yo, whoa. You see how many times we've done this before? We can't even take me.
Not gonna lie, I've done that before. Like, especially in videos where I have to be very particular about what I'm saying. I'll do like sometimes like 15 takes. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, I know.
And-
I do that.
one,
I do that with my videos as well.
But then you start to. But I do it all in one take, so I'll be like 16
I
minutes
do it
in.
all in one take.
Or you could just stop and then cut it out, though.
Nigga, do you know what? You've been downstairs. My microphone is in a whole nother room. So
No,
if
I-
I want to stop,
I understand
I have
that.
to go out of room.
Oh yeah, you
Just
do
to-
that. That's interesting.
Should have made that room deluxe. I don't know why you haven't done it yet.
That is
You
interesting,
don't have money, I
man.
remember. Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
money.
I'm broke.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm broke.
Anyway, I'm not gonna wine and dine you, bro, unless you start like just showing me a little bit of respect.
Yeah, I'm offended. He has my back, so you don't respect
Show
me.
me
then.
respect is giving you the leeway of just not paying me $80 immediately when I ask you to pay me back.
Where do you want to go,
$80.
man? Where should I
Oh,
take
we're going
you?
to Fox Bros. Are they even closed? They closed today.
If they're open right now, we might stop the podcast. Head
We're
over
not doing that. I swear, if you guys delayed my plans to leave to go get food,
there. Oh fuck! It closes at 10.
Closed at 10. There's no
Shake. What time? Shake Shack is open. Might be open.
I don't know what Shake Shack is.
I don't have-
Never
It's
been
in Buckhead.
to Shake Shack.
It's delicious, but it's not wine and dine.
Anyway,
though.
yeah, you're wine and dining.
But they do sell-
dressed up. I'm putting in my
none of us drink, so I don't
my
know why you
slides.
wanted
What does that have to do with
You gotta throw on your Los Polo
There's
slides.
no
I'm,
wine.
I'm throw my Los Polo slides
Yeah.
with
Scully
the
real quick.
beanie and a suit and a tie.
First of all, Scully, not Beanie, right?
Anyway, with a suit and a tie, and you're whining and dining me. You're opening
Alright.
doors and everything.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay,
Are
all
you gonna
right.
sit in the front of the car or the back?
Nah, it don't really matter at that point.
Okay.
The back. What kind of shit is that, bitch? I'm not your chauffeur.
Chauffeurs, Yeah.
The hell? You sit in the back. I'm about to back into a wall. So you can get damaged.
What car are you gonna take though?
The Land Rover, of course.
Don't do that. I like that car.
Yo, anyway, what did you want to talk about? Because you said you had something you want to talk about before we got in the pod.
Oh, I was gonna say that you throw him into odd situations in the podcast. You just attach his name into situations, things you say.
No, I'd detach myself if I felt like it had nothing to do with me.
Oh my god.
Just an update on the candle situation behind the camera.
Yo, this
we just
whole house is gonna burn down. Are
we
you
just heard.
crazy?
We just,
Why are you still burning that?
the candle is because it smells great. And the smell is worth the risk.
Just buy another one.
You know, I have a full.
And you know what? Buying a candle is on my list of things to do. I just haven't done it today. I was supposed to go to Linux and do it today. What happened at Linux today?
I can't.
Phantom sound
say-
effects. Phantom sound
We
effects. That's
can't.
what
We
it
can't
is.
say on.
Yeah. So I don't really want to go there.
I do have an extra champagne toast. If
Oh, word?
I do.
Nice.
You can just get me replaced with a tiki beach after.
I don't
Yo,
have a
that's
tiki
not my
beach.
way. We're going back to
Oh,
what
later.
going back to what you said. No, that's not my fault. I mean, whatever. Yeah, like he said, he's a grown.
I don't.
man.
You don't attach me to nothing though.
It's like he's a grown man. Whatever he feels like he agrees with, he'll agree with it. And if he
that's
don't, he
absolutely
disagrees with
I
it.
mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, if Charlemagne says something wild on the radio, no one's going like, "Yo, DJ Envy, how could you?"
Some people do that.
Or do they do that?
Some people do that.
I distinctly remember
I didn't even know-
Which one though?
No. You went off one day, and then there was
Oh,
a video.
T-Jack?
Nah, the video popped up, and then the title had his name in it, and I was mad confused as to how that happened.
That is tough, but you know how it is. People want views, and you don't get views in the 2K community, my guy. Unless you're on my channel.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't. But yeah, but he's a clown though. He doesn't. I mean, even his content now is still worse than when it was before. Views are going down. So
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about you, like not the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, who are you talking about then?
All right, we can move on.
I don't know. I really don't care.
I'm not trying to name.
I don't get dragged. I always say though, like even when he was doing the TJX situation, I was like, yeah, if you're gonna criticize me, at least make it about something that I said. But I mean, sometimes it's kind of like easier for them, like when they get it, like emotionally, when they're invested, like, oh, how could he say that? They just like blanket. This podcast is this, and they all agree on these things. But you watch the podcast, we disagree on, I'd say, majority of things.
Yeah. All I know is I don't really think I said anything outrageous so far, so it'll be all right. Oh, everybody will be.
I think this is a good time to have a group house meeting. Oh, we haven't had a house meeting in months. Wow, we need to hold a house meeting.
What are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. Just we'll have like an agenda and we'll get through the topics. And
You want to do it on podcast?
yeah, we could do it right now. Okay, so house meeting, fellas. First things first. I've been asking for 2 weeks. Waleed, take the garbage out the fucking hallway.
First of all, I cleaned the entire house, including that little bag he's talking about. First of all.
Okay, so thank God you got rid of that. All right, boom. I was sleeping when he did that. Second thing, we got to prepare for this situation. The virus has come upon us, and I am worried that people have been hoarding water before us.
We ran out of water today too, by the way.
Are you serious?
Like my massive supply that I bought is all gone.
There's no way you're being serious. That lasted a month?
I had my first life water today, so yeah.
Oh no, we're in trouble, fellas.
We can just go to the store in like hazmat suits.
I'm a little bit.
You can't be that concerned about the virus if y'all keep inviting people to the house. You literally invited Vortex, who was from Canada, here, so he definitely.
Canada's safe though. They don't have that.
No, it's not.
I know. I just lied.
I'm about to say
Phantom was here.
Phantom was here as well.
Duke was here.
And when's this drop? Oh, I can't say nothing.
Yeah, you're he's trying to want to say that so. So yeah, y'all keep inviting people over at the house. How you that?
But that's not really. I don't really invite. The only people that come here, actually, most of the time, Davis and Peter come here. You bring them. Peter was here yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, hey man."
I didn't even know he was here.
You know what's really funny about that? It was the Best Buy plug. I'm not gonna name drop. The Best Buy plug wanted to drop the stuff off, so our house just happened to be like the place for it.
The Best Buy plug.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have one of those, Lo?
Oh, you
No.
not like that?
I'm not inviting people to the house who could just give us the virus. So what's the point?
Hey, first of all, let's be clear. I haven't went to a mall in 3 weeks. I'm dedicated to this shit, okay? I haven't even been outside in a public area in 3 weeks. So I don't want no, like, you're sending this in my direction. I'm saying, how are we playing for it? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, there's no.
I've been washing my hands a lot.
There's no planning for it at all.
There is, though.
It's not
Honestly, I'm
really.
feeling a little bit better about it because I'm hearing that, like, let me get some of that.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
I'm hearing that the number of new cases is going down in China and shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is not as bad as.
Just because it's going down to China doesn't mean that it's going to stop. What are you, crazy?
No, I'm saying, but that's a good sign, bozo.
How is that a good sign?
It's
if
a good
spreading
sign
across the world, then how is that a good sign?
Because it started in China, so if China can manage it, that means any other country can too. That's
But
big brain talk
not,
right there.
Apparently not if it's getting caught up across the world.
What about countries that don't have as much money as China?
Oh,
You know
China,
what's crazy?
China.
It's not that many breakouts in Africa, which is kind of weird.
If there's one in Africa, then it's like good luck.
But I don't even know if they're. I haven't heard of any report in Africa at all.
Yeah, I hope there is. I'm being so serious. This is gonna decimate
I
that
sound like
continent.
stuff that Africans can't catch it, but I probably don't believe that. But
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
I did see that.
Yeah, that does sound. What is it? Melanin kind of.
Just fights back.
Yeah, well,
It's
that doesn't- that
like the
doesn't
white
make
blood
any-
cells and the melanin just.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't
y'all
make no
keep
sense.
inviting people to the house, and we don't have any water, so I don't know why y'all acting as if like y'all are really preventing from the virus.
You know what's crazy?
the same people,
People
so-
always dream about like the
They
doom.
can get the virus. What?
Who?
It's the same people who keep coming over. They have to leave
Oh,
the house.
and
to
one of
come
them
here.
works at a hospital, by the way.
And he wears a
It doesn't matter. He works there.
sterile suit when he works.
What?
Yes.
He wears a sterile suit at work.
What does that mean?
I mean, you can't catch a virus in a sterile suit.
So he just walks around in a sterile suit the entire time?
Yes.
And there's like he never has like one opening.
No. He works in a
This shit
sterile.
might go through the
he's in
slit.
a sterile room in a sterile suit, and he makes medication.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I thought so. He don't deal with actual people.
No.
Oh,
I'll say this.
they
Luckily, because I'm a YouTuber and I genuinely cannot afford to ever be sick, for the last like 3-4 years, I'm very particular about it. And literally the only 2 times in the last 2 years I got sick was one, oh man, this is gonna be a bad look. But I just swallowed some food I didn't chew, and my throat started to hurt, and then it evolved into a cough. Because that's how I get sick every time is my throat hurts.
The last time you got sick, you blamed it in the most random thing.
Yeah, but that's not the last. That was the one before last time. And the last time was I inhaled gunpowder at a gun range, and it fucked up my throat.
Can you say that word?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh well, yeah. No, that's not realistic.
I'm telling you that's what happened because
inhaled gunpowder.
Bro, we was firing and it went right there. And you know what I mean? That was my first time ever at a range. So I'm just letting you know what happened. So I already never touch my eyes, nose, and mouth unless it's clean because I hate getting sick because I lose a lot of money when I'm sick and I'm truly miserable. And so I don't want to feel both of those things.
When you get sick, it is the funniest
thing. So when there's some new shit that pops up and the only thing I have to do to prepare is stack up on water and then not touch my face, it's like I've been not touching my face for years. The only time I touch my face is immediately after I wash my hands, period. Ever. And I wish more people did that, to be honest. That'd be great.
I wish you wash your face in general, though, because what you just said makes it sound like you don't actually wash your face.
I mean, when I wake up, I do. But anyway, it seems as though we have no plan and strategy. We're just going to have to go. But we are at way lower risk just because all of us work from home. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
We do. Well, sometimes work at home. We do sometimes go outside and make videos.
Think about
which are always more fun.
Yeah, y'all do go outside and make videos. So what are you talking about?
But when's the last time I went outside and made a video around bare people?
You just did it like last week. Like 2 weeks ago, you did it.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen. It's like once a month, maybe.
All it takes is one time.
Okay, but with that attitude,
that's
then
literally every
the guy who drops off your Uber Eats order is just one time.
When last time I did Uber Eats?
I don't know.
Just yesterday.
No, I did not.
I know I capped.
It's better. I
don't even have the app.
Uber Eats.
I deleted that shit. Actually, did I delete it?
I deleted mine. I'm on a healthy gang right now.
Oh, I still have it. That's tough.
So you bringing in a virus? You'll be the one.
I'll be the one, man. You'll be the one. If it is me, I'm gonna be fairly disappointed because Waleed talks to infinitely more people than me, so I'm certain that he's gonna be the one to make it happen. If I'm the one who does it and I don't talk to people, that's gonna be an unlikely set of situations.
Waleed is bringing people over the house tonight.
Who?
Waleed is.
Who?
He has his troll face on.
Oh, I'm about to say like
Waleed is bringing people over to the house either tonight, either tonight or tomorrow. I bet you.
He did it like a few days ago.
Okay, you acting like he can't do it again.
Oh, okay. You just running it back, huh?
I don't know what you're
He's doing these community days at the crib.
Why do you think he changed downstairs? You gonna bring somebody to the house either tonight or tomorrow?
I didn't like the layout.
The layout's been that same way for 8 months, Willie. What are you talking about?
I don't know where you were 8 months ago, but we were not living here, so.
Willie, it's almost been a whole year.
Facts. That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
We've grown so much, guys, at the house. I appreciate it. Guys, we do this all the time, by the way. Lowe's usually like in the dungeon. Every once in a while, we can get him out of the dungeon. We'll tell him something cool like your favorite YouTuber uploaded a new video. Or
speaking of which, is OT uploading today? Hold on, wait.
Can't tell if he's memeing
is
or not.
OTTW uploading today? I'm on Noti Gang, so I don't know why I'm even looking it up. I already know that
you don't seem like a real fan. The way
it
you
has
said that.
been a whole month since Overtime TW has uploaded. Greatest content out.
You're such a fucking troll.
Jesus, man. I can't believe you haven't uploaded the whole month.
Waleed, man, what is it that you want to say, man? You disrupt my videos all the time. We got you on the pod today. What do you want to tell the people?
I can't tell you in the podcast. I got to tell you in recording right over there.
What is that?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
I got to interrupt you to do it.
I forgot. Yeah.
Nah, I don't, nah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's ask Waleed the real questions.
Who's funnier?
How often?
You are.
Oh,
wow, that's disrespectful.
That is.
Hey, pause. Before we move forward, I've challenged this motherfucker right here to a stand-up competition, and he refuses to take me up on it.
I've never refused.
You've refused bare times, my guy.
I've literally never refused.
What day is it? It's March 8th. Next week.
Okay, this is literally the first time you've ever said it.
Please.
Next week, we'll pull up to an open mic.
Well, when do you leave?
I'm back on like the 16th, 17th.
So we're gonna wait till he get back?
Yeah.
Wait, when do you leave?
Absolutely, 13th.
Okay, no, we can do it then.
On the 13th?
Bro, I'm telling you right now. So basically,
we do it while he leaves?
No, what are you talking
he's
about?
not gonna be there. Oh, he will. Oh, I'm bugging. Yeah, no.
I leave. My flight's at like.
That's the only reason why I just asked him when he gonna get back.
Hey, all right, bet we'll do it when you come back, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy that you just disrespected me like that, but that's whatever.
I'm a
funnier than you. I don't even think you're that funny, to be honest with you. I actually think you're rather cringe.
Okay, that's fine. But then when we go there, when your shit doesn't work, my guy, and you can't hire nobody to sit there and laugh for you. I'm gonna scout the whole audience.
When has that ever happened?
That does seem like the type
That's
of shit
something
you
that
would do.
No,
You
would
think
do
I would hire someone to sit there and laugh?
Yes.
No, I would not, man.
You would.
You love to cheat in certain things
I don't cheat ever.
like this.
Not in life. You know what I mean? Not in work.
No, you're
You
not.
do
But
cheat
you're
in
not
videos,
really
in
that funny.
competitions and contests. You always
If
cheat.
someone isn't like
Alright, but
if
we
someone's
can-
older than like 9 years old, they probably won't find you that funny at all.
All right, but you could say that though. But then we could see when the test comes.
That's a fact.
I'm just letting you know when the test comes.
You've cracked jokes and nobody's ever laughed. Like,
All right, but that's fine. Has everybody laughed at every joke you've cracked
no, you've never got a laugh.
in my life? Do you hear what you're saying right now? You sound like a certified
Oh,
hater.
let me say this. People laugh at you.
Oh.
But when it comes to the jokes, they don't laugh with you.
Okay,
though.
all right, but when the time comes, I'm just letting you know we're putting money down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to snatch your money, and there's gonna have to be like an objective way we decide who wins. You know what I mean?
Like,
The
crowd-
people are
crowd
gonna laugh.
laughs.
What? Are you
But
crazy?
that's subjective. What if I'm like, oh, but mine was louder? You know what I mean? Like we could argue that.
No, the amount of out loud bursts of laughter.
I get that,
Count
but
them.
measure that shit. You know, like how the Seahawks football arena,
What,
like they used,
are you remedial or something? Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm just letting you know right now.
What are you gonna have an audience leveler? What are you talking about?
What kind of mic?
Yes.
What kind of mic would
You
you
have a
use?
mic this and when it's peak up,
So
when
work,
it peaks,
work
that's
on
when
it.
that's
Work
who
on it.
wins.
So what's the real questions you wanted to ask Willie? Because we'll handle this. In
I got
2
one more
weeks.
question though.
What's that?
Which one of you guys is faster in a foot race?
Me.
We were both gonna say each other, so I don't understand why.
Do you think you're faster than me, bro? You are delusional.
We're
Bro,
both
I don't
gonna-
even think you were faster than me 6 months ago when I was at my
Oh,
biggest.
certainly,
No
no,
cap.
certainly.
6 months ago, I was still faster than you.
I was
So then if I
definitely-
drop 65 pounds, I'm definitely now faster than you even more.
Just because you drop 65 pounds, that does not mean you're better at running.
No, it means I'm faster.
No, that doesn't mean that either.
So I can drop weight and be the same speed. Do you hear
I
yourself?
didn't say you just.
All right,
same
so I'm
speed.
saying I'm faster, Lo. That's what I'm saying right now.
No,
And
I'm talking faster than me. Just because you drop weight, that doesn't mean
I'm
you're
saying I
faster.
was
I'm saying
already though. I was already,
weren't, though.
but now I'm even more.
You weren't,
I'm telling you, wallahi, we can do this, bro. I'll put 1,000 down.
but you weren't.
Huh?
You weren't faster than me.
I'm just saying we could stop talking about it, and then tomorrow I could put 1,000 on it.
Okay.
And then I'm taking your money.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to wine and dine me.
Are we gonna do this tomorrow?
We can do it
I would-
whenever. But I'm
I
just
would
saying
love
you
to see
weren't. You
this.
definitely weren't faster than me.
Low.
Six
And I'm
months
telling you
ago.
right now, you want to do it now, and you're gonna have to cheat to win. You're gonna have to like pour some olive oil on my fucking like. You have to do something, bro, because I'm taking your money. I'm just letting you know off rip.
Anyway, the real question I want to ask was, when's the last time you seen Dean talk to a female? Like, when's the last time like you actually?
Why
sat
would
there?
that be a question for Waleed?
Because he's known you longer than I have, so I don't know. Like I haven't seen anything or any interaction.
Don't answer that question.
like,
Plead the fifth.
I'm not getting trapped into this
How is that?
The hell kind of question is that?
because I like getting paid, so I'm not going. I'm gonna stand a good
He's gonna
side.
hold a paycheck because you
Yes, he does it all the time.
didn't. Oh wow, you don't pay your editors?
I use-
Oh my god!
I use it as leverage to
You
get
don't
things I
pay
want.
your editors?
Never.
Wow.
Every time it's time to pay, even though we agreed on something, I'll just be like, the terms have changed, and then add some new shit in,
this is
or
not-
you not getting
I'm
paid.
taking
I was-
the page, taking
I
the
was not
page
doing
out of
that.
TJ. Look,
Of course.
All right. Next
that-
thing
that
we're gonna
wasn't- that
know
wasn't
black
what I was trying to
screens
do.
at the end of the videos.
Okay, that was
You've been
not what I
doing
was
that
trying to
though.
do. This is
We're
not what I was trying to
the-
do.
You were the
Okay,
originators of that.
Trigger this.
All right.
Hey, anyway, yeah, that's not a question for Willie. That's a question for me. Ask me that question.
I'm not gonna because you act
I
like
plead the fifth.
you've never talked to a female a day in your life.
All right, but you could think that. That's valid.
No, that's what you say. I'm not saying I don't believe that.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I know it's not true, but that's what you just say.
All right, but we can leave it at that though.
No,
Why can't we leave it at that?
because it's a lie. Are you crazy?
I know, but who cares though?
Oh, I care.
Why do you care at this moment?
It's not this moment. I've asked this question multiple times.
All I'm saying is that if we got Mr. Delete's camera footage over here, he can't be asking these kind of questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on.
He
Let me
can't
throw
be
you
doing
on the
that.
thing
He
because
can't be doing
you
that.
seen him
And
putting me on. Stop right there.
I dare.
Trigger 3 times.
I dare any one of y'all to bring this up right now.
times.
I dare you.
Not long.
I dare you. I dare you.
I want you to keep going and see if I don't retaliate.
Be very careful about what both of y'all are about to say.
I want you to
Be very careful.
I want
Be
you to.
very careful.
All right.
I dare you.
So I'm gonna.
I
Plead,
dare you to say something wild.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
No, it's not. It's not gonna peak.
Oh, it's not.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no.
plead the fifth, and you're gonna
Okay.
plead the fifth.
I ain't gotta plead the fifth or nothing. Cause y'all ain't got the evidence for it anyway. So I ain't gotta plead the fifth on the
Evidence?
footage.
Yeah, like, who am I gonna
weird.
try
That's
and
a weird
prove it to? You think I'm gonna like upload it online? Like,
Yo.
I'll check it.
Yo, look.
Oh, relax.
Trust me, exactly.
Don't expose yourself like that.
Expose who?
Yourself, bro.
It would definitely wouldn't be me. It definitely wouldn't be me.
What did it be?
Cause the craziest thing I've done in this house, I've already said on the podcast.
No, you have not, bro.
I literally said I had sex with a pregnant woman. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah.
You crazy.
Actually,
I'm
nah. You know what's crazy,
I'm
though?
literally saying-
No cap. I dead think you've done wilder shit than that. You
Absolutely.
just don't say it.
Literally.
Because you know that we're going to make it into a living meme in the house. So you refuse to tell us about compromising situations.
I
No.
blatantly say it.
I'm
'cause
telling
it's
you,
fun.
Lo, I think that you hold back. No, I know that you hold back on a lot of shit.
That's literally the worst thing I've done in this house.
I don't think
You
so.
hold back. You hold back. I definitely don't hold back. I think it's funny when I do dumb
Oh
shit to tell you
my!
guys.
I can't stand. This is why, again, we can't even have these conversations. I suggest we move on to the next topic.
Who brought the topic up?
Well, Lee did.
No, you asked him the question.
What?
Oh, that. But no, I'm talking about how we transition that into what we're almost talking about right now. Well, Lee definitely did that because he brought up the deleting the footage. And so, like I said before,
Violate him one
trust
time.
me, neither one of y'all want to have this conversation.
What I'm saying is-
especially Agent,
Privately.
because I don't give a fuck what you think you have. This whole identity on the internet that you try to trust me, it'll be fucked if I say what I have to say.
You acting like I'm a whole different person when the camera's off.
I'm not saying you're a whole different person.
You
but
just
there's
said that, though.
definitely
Talk less.
but there's definitely a
No, I
yeah.
don't. No, y'all
Talk
would
less.
y'all would like come in here. I'm in like an hour. I'm in the zone. Like I'm working on titles, thumbnails, whatever. And Lady will come into the room and be like, "Oh, no, he's just not in the mood." But it's like that's not like I don't have to be talkative all the time.
All I said is you talk less.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
He's
about.
getting
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to talk.
All I was saying is that me privately, not on the internet, I'll tell you guys all the dumb shit I do. I think it's fun for you guys to ridicule it, but I enjoy it.
You're not gonna do that though.
I always do. Remember?
No, you did
I don't know
not.
how to say it without saying it. Remember when I went somewhere?
So
They're
just
where'd
say
that
it.
come-"
Just
Nah, I don't
say
wanna
it.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
then.
ahead,
All
tell the
right,
people
then. So
then, man.
stop. Just say it then. Okay, then. Bet. You're not gonna say it.
Wow. You know the whole point of this podcast. We're asked supposed to have no
It's
filter.
a talk.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So say it.
Nah.
Say it.
All right, I'm gonna say.
All right, just say it. Don't say nothing then. Don't say nothing.
Brought balloons back home.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I came back and told you immediately. That's all good.
But you're not gonna say it
On the pod.
No, no, I won't.
All right, then. So let's talk about something else. Because if you're not gonna say on the pod, there's no need for us even flirt around with this conversation.
I have some hard hitting questions for Waleed, man.
Oh, Lord.
Waleed, who's the worst editor you've ever seen?
Ooh.
I'm sure there's plenty of candidates out there.
I forgot the other dude's
All right,
name.
so definitely the worst that I've seen. The one whoever did Nadex's vlog.
Oh no, you're right.
That was
Yeah.
There's
I've never seen that
funny
video.
bad. There's
I think he
people-
deleted it.
There's bad where they just don't know what they're doing, and then there's like, oh, he kind of knows what he's doing, but he just did a really bad job. But Nadex is the whole.
That was
not
like-
him. It wasn't him. It's crazy that he uploaded that to begin with.
If that was like the first video you've ever edited, I'd even be like,
That was terrible.
come on, you could have done better.
What's
And that's your
also
first.
terrible is the fact that why did you upload that?
It was like for I think most people don't know. I think I covered it on Dromler or something. Where Nadex had an editor and he didn't like look back at the footage before he uploaded it. And I think it was just the editor he used for the one time, so he didn't know who it was. And the guy just did like an abysmal job. Like the audio was so high you couldn't hear Nadex. The way it was cut up was horrible. Meme placement was laughable. Like it was just if Nadex just uploaded a raw video of the vlog,
Would've been better.
I would have watched that. But if the edited version was so repulsive that I had no interest in watching it.
But he tweeted about it and still had the video up at the same time, which to me is like, what are you doing?
But I say most people that primary stream, even if it's like the big guys like the ninjas of the world, they either never work on YouTube, like they hire somebody to take care of everything, or when they do work on YouTube, they kind of just put in like whatever they need to keep it going, but that's never their focus. So I mean, Nadex says like he got banned from fucking just about everywhere, went on D Live and was pulling like 2,000 viewers. So it's like he's definitely entertaining, but the guy just needs a wavy editor. And I don't even think it's that hard to find like a good editor. There's plenty of them out there. Yeah, you can. I'm telling you, you can find a really good editor, and then they'll be cool for like $50 a video, especially Nadex videos, because he doesn't really need crazy editing, right? Just clip up the good stuff.
I don't know.
He plays good games, and then post those.
I don't watch that many 2K. What you call it?
I don't watch 2K either. Actually, at all. I barely watch YouTube.
No, I live off YouTube.
Yeah. I watch
Since you're the editor, any advice for all the inspiring editors out there?
That's a great question,
because
man.
like the last like 2 pods we've been really talking about, you're trying to get on your grind and editing, the whole T-Jack situation. He was robbing his editor. And then last last podcast, we had a whole bunch of Q&A questions about some production and editing. So since you're the editor, like any tips and tricks out there?
I don't know if he's trolling or serious.
He's definitely half trolling.
He's half trolling.
You can tell by the smile on his face.
Nah, barely.
But that's a serious
but I will
question.
answer.
Right, that's why I said half trolling. You're half serious.
Honestly, first of all, don't DM me asking me to like mentor you. I'm not gonna do that.
Why not?
People do that?
Like actually DM me and ask me all the time.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you're just the editor.
Yeah, I'm.
You just trying to piss him off.
I don't hate the support. I don't dislike the support. Whatever the case is, I'm not gonna mentor anybody. Like that's not what I want to do.
I believe you could do it, man.
My free time. I'm sure I can, but that's not what I want to do with my free time. I'd rather put my time.
What do you usually do with your free time?
We're not gonna talk about all that on personal time. This is public.
Of course. I mean, how
I
could
don't
you?
know why you keep bringing it up, because neither one of y'all gonna say the stuff that y'all say, so y'all know why.
I almost said something crazy, but
You can say
Why y'all about to say something wild? And it's not gonna be me.
And I promise you, everybody's business gonna be out.
Whoa! Hold on now.
Everybody.
Hold on now.
You say one thing about Alva, go crazy.
Everybody's
too.
business.
I'm name dropping. I'm address dropping. I'm sending every story
I don't
ever.
know my address, but
I'm playing.
I'm calling. Oh no, let me chill. Answer the question, will you?
How I learned would be different than everybody else, I think. I had time and structure, and I was already pushed into an environment where I had to do no shortcuts, I think. That's what it mainly was. Like, for me, even now, it's like, the channel's at like 1.2 something, right?
100 million subscribers.
Whatever, 120 million, whatever, who cares? So I have to hold myself to a certain degree when I'm producing a video for the channel. Now, I hold that same standard to myself, even though I don't really upload. When I do, I hold the
Like
same.
once every 3 months when you steal
like
one of Davis's things for a video.
I do have something else recorded though. Subscribe to me if y'all want. Link in the description. Y'all better make that happen. I hold myself to the same standard, but
You should have seen his face when you said that. You should have seen his face. Yeah.
I hold myself to the
because
same
of that, I'm not putting your channel in the description.
But I don't think everybody else has that same standard, the level of content standards when they upload. So if you're editing, make sure that you do it to a level of whoever you look up to, like whoever you think that, oh, that's my favorite YouTuber. Look how they edit it. Make sure you post your content to that degree. Don't lower your standards. If they subtitle their entire video, subtitle the entire video too. If you think that's the move, don't cut corners and don't do that. I don't know if people
Feel
do
you on that, bro. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Lo, who's your favorite YouTuber that you look up to and copy their editing style?
Nobody.
What about like somebody that like put you on the map and put good in your play and like you use them all the time and moved in with them in the dungeon? Anybody in this room that's like to the left of me?
Do you like give any favorites by any chance?
Anybody at all?
Like anybody that
Actually, I like
Toronto hat, Toronto t-shirt.
I just like ideas. So like just like SB Nation, they have like really good ideas and the way they execute them is great. I've just been like recently.
Wait, you said SB Nation?
Yeah, SB Nation.
They have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So recently, it's just been like trying to find different ways to not be overly dependent on like the NBA footage. So of course, one day the NBA doesn't come down and be like, your whole channel is ours now. Like I don't want that to happen. And so just finding different ways to use the content without being overly dependent on it. But that's like something I've been like dealing with over the past like year and a half. And again, like I said that last video, just it feels like in the community, everybody's kind of doing the same thing over and over again, which is, just talk over footage and do a slideshow, which is something that you joke about sometimes too. And a lot of time I do feel like that. And so yeah, just trying to like mix it up and be a little bit more different and separate yourself from everybody else. But I don't really have, cause it feels like that. I don't really have nobody out there, but I always kind of go back to what Korzemba was doing in the very, very beginning, where his videos were a little bit more detailed in editing. I felt like that was that was great for the community, and it kind of moved the needle in the right direction.
Yeah, it actually did, big time.
Yeah.
I remember that because he used to be a 2K YouTuber. I fully remember when he was like at 15,000 subscribers, he was making 2K videos, and then he made that first like what if NBA video, and that took off, and I was like, oh shit, who's this guy, and how did that take off? And so then I started to pay attention, and he just kept dropping more and more and more of that specific what if Vince Carter was drafted by this team. And yo, the shit just blew the fuck up. And then, am I tripping? Or, because there was NBA videos at the time, but until Mike Korzemba came along, there wasn't a community. Because there were people that would drop the occasional NBA video and it would do numbers or whatever. But when Mike Korzemba came along, I genuinely feel like he formed that community. And then a whole bunch of other people after him were like, oh, snap. And they found their own lanes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So I saw him doing it. I was like, wow. And his editing was amazing. He had that like intense doom, like suspense music. That shit slapped. And then like it was very detailed videos. And occasionally he would have takes so crazy you would think you were fucking watching a Skip Bayless video.
Exactly.
But in general, I feel like he genuinely got way more criticism than he deserved for the videos that he made. Because he did say some wild shit that he got memed from for like 1 or 2 years. But think about like as a YouTuber, if you're in the NBA community, it is in your benefit a lot of the times, especially short term, to say wild things. Why do you think Nick Wright and all them say the crazy shit they say on television? I'm saying
I just
because people talk about those crazy takes and they become memes.
And you look at Nick Wright's, you look at that channel now. That channel is not receiving any views.
But like Skip Bayless and Shannon, like they say crazy. Shannon is about to get on there tomorrow and talk about how it took no effort and LeBron James' win meant nothing yesterday against the Clippers.
But I feel like Skip Bayless in general though, because I feel like that's more so being carried by Skip, and then Shannon is kind of just off on his own. But and not saying off on his own, but I definitely don't feel like Shannon is carrying that show in any type of views.
Not saying he's carrying it, but I'm saying that the over the top takes that they regularly make, like for example, Stephen A said 2 days ago that he heard, but he doesn't know if it's true, that Giannis is going to leave if the Bucks don't make it to the finals. Like, why would you say that other than to get clicks?
But both Shannon and I mentioned that, but both Skip and
He doesn't have a YouTube channel.
He does.
Well, they
upload all that to YouTube, and it gets plenty of views.
Yeah, all that stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
but both Skip and Stephen A. Smith, they've already built a level of credibility through their experience and them covering.
Okay, NBA. That's true.
If you can't just come on, because like even with Nick Wright right now, they're not even getting like 50,000 views a video anymore.
But that's on YouTube. I don't know what their ratings are like on their network.
Down.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I know so.
Where's the numbers?
I don't know the exact number, but I know it's down.
Word? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know that. But
even the same thing.
You might be right about like building the credibility, but I feel like theoretically speaking, you should be losing credibility when you make crazy takes like that are wildly untrue.
And trust me when I say on NBA YouTube, there are plenty of people who make crazy claims and then they just kind of fizzle off.
Word.
Plenty of people. Now, Korzemba may be a little bit different because I think he is immune to that to a larger extent. But there's plenty of people who I've seen will make a crazy claim and will have hundreds of thousands of views this time this year, and next year they won't.
It's tough.
Promise you they won't.
So
you should prank Korzemba.
That was an iconic video when I pranked Korzemba. That's crazy.
Jesus.
And when I was doing that video, I was hoping that it didn't completely tear apart our relationship because he's genuinely just a funny, cool person. But that was a great video. But yeah, we do need to show him some respect because I genuinely don't think people that make the kind of videos that you make would be getting the same level of attention had he not just blown the fuck up the way he did.
He's currently liking girls' pictures on Instagram. If you guys
Is that what he's doing on the phone?
Literally.
Yeah.
You are really thirsty right now, my guy. At least show me who it is.
Yo!
Oh my God!
You know, she's from Canada too.
Oh, Canada.
She's from Canada, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
If we put this on, you guys, it would get demonetized.
That's wild. But I peeped that she only had like 1,000 likes. So you trying to like...
She ain't got no clout.
Word. You trying to like... You think you stand a shot right there.
Now, she probably just uploaded it because...
Oh, word?
She has...
7,000?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, she has more than enough. So she probably just uploaded it.
More than all of us.
Maybe
not you.
How much does she have on Instagram?
111.
111, yeah.
Oh, I have 109. How much does she get per? I'm not gonna. This is not a competition. What am I doing?
Like,
like I'm a very competitive guy. I'm like, yo, how much? Yo, let me know how much she got.
You and Davis are so competitive. That is a fact.
Yeah, but I'm just competitive with everybody though.
There's a certain level of you versus Davis that is.
But it's like a love though. It's not like I want you to do bad. Like I want him to do good just so I could do better. And then so he could do better, so I could do better.
Why did you raise your voice when you said that?
Yeah, like
you see what I mean? Like it's very loud.
Nah, but that's just like so. If Phantom has a video that gets like, let's say he drops a video, blows up 10 million views. I'm elated. Like the whole day, I'm smiling and thinking about like yo Phantom, okay. And then like later that night, I'll be like, let me get this 11 real quick.
That's facts. But I don't know. It is weird. But go back to the topic of like editing. It is kind of weird because I don't really think there's that many people. I think it is when you get to a point like it's just harder to continue to be innovative with your editing style because there's only so much that people have done so far. Because a lot of times it is just cookie cutter and everybody's just copying off of what they've seen somebody else do.
Word.
Which can really separate people from being productive and being efficient from month to month or really building something that they can like live off of for several years.
Facts.
So I feel like that's definitely always a challenge when it comes to editing is trying to just continue to push the needle and be innovative.
You discover like a new mineral in his face or
I was
what?
trying to see what kind of brand those glasses are because you're broke, so I'm trying to sell them.
Word. I know you see Willie pull up with the diamonds in his ear and
I
shit.
got these for free. My mom, she works in
So you got
Brooks,
the plug.
Brooks Brothers.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've been sick.
I need to go to the eye doctor soon because my glasses are not up to like prescription. No cap. I got them when I was 16.
What is wrong with you?
So my vision has gotten a tad worse since.
Not a tad. It's probably gotten noticeably worse.
It is noticeable, but it's not massive.
When we were in New York, I was watching you put in your contacts, and you just refused to. He has the same size contacts for both eyes.
You think my eye got bigger?
And this dude was trying to tell me that they just don't fit, and like what?
Bro, my left eye contact fits 1 out of 1 every time. I never fuck it up. My right eye contact, every time I blink, it just like flies out.
So did your eye get bigger?
It might have gotten bigger, but my eyes are like. The doctor let me know. I'm gonna let you know because I know everybody cares about this kind of shit right here. My eye is not a circle; it's actually more football shaped.
Mine too.
And so you can't just get regular contacts; you have to get custom contacts.
Do you know what that means?
There's a word for it, but I don't know what the word is. You can tell me, like.
I agree.
No.
Oh, okay. You could though.
I could.
But you don't want to.
I'm trying to think. I know. I'm trying to think.
You could enlighten me right now.
You know what letter it starts with?
No, if you tell me the letter, I probably can get it.
Bitch, I don't need you.
Astigmatism.
Astigmatism. There you go.
You didn't know that shit. I know you didn't know that, bro.
As well. Yeah.
Oh, word?
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why we're all like really athletic.
What?
Don't group me with you guys.
No, stop. But yeah, I do. I agree when anything though. But what about you?
I was gonna say I'm about to be more athletic than you by the end of the year,
I fit in this chair.
and we both fit. We've been fitting in these chairs for the whole podcast.
I'm low as
spilling
low
over.
as
He's acting like we barely can make it on this shit.
low as hanging like he's
Like, he just likes to low, like just that's how
I'm
simple person
not even
sit.
like sitting properly. Are you crazy?
He has to sit like this. Like nobody
no
sits
matter
like
how
that.
you sit. Like if you're hanging off it like this.
Would you
can't
ask me, Long, real quick?
change that?
Oh yeah. What do you think about the editing and just in general? Like when you're editing, what are you looking for from not even just from Waleed, but just in general when you
Yeah, I mean,
I do my own thing, to be honest.
I don't ever tell Waleed what to do. I'll sometimes give him like, oh, actually, in this point in the video, it got really good, so he knows what to focus on. Like in the video I gave you today, it was pretty dry, but there was like funny, sarcastic moments.
pretty dry. Okay.
But the video, the premise of the video was
Pretty dry. Pretty dry.
I hopped on a 99 overall account and I paid a guy $5 to play with me.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Right. So anytime I'm trying not to be myself, I actually can't afford to be loud because when the second I do, because you record these moments videos with me, is that Agent? And so it's like, I don't want to blow my cover, but it seemed like the guy didn't know who I was playing it safe. But sometimes when you're recording videos with someone you don't know, trying to troll them actually makes them go quiet instead of what you might think might get them angry. Like, you know how in those old Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, if you got angry at someone, they got angry back. Now they just mute their mic and leave at the end of the game.
I would mute you too.
Yeah, so just let you know, Waleed.
But actually, this is what I meant to say is going back to what you said about how people when they do their own editing, a lot of that, and I said this in the last podcast, is like just being self-aware, and I think that's the hardest part about like being a YouTuber or just an editor in general, is that you have to be self-aware about what you're good at and what you're not good at and trying to build in that direction, because a lot of people don't have other people around them to actually make the have a critical eye and tell them what's wrong and what's not with it. And so I understand what you're saying, but
I would tell them if something was wrong.
I know, but I don't think. Well, again, like I just said, a lot of people don't have.
You know what's
other
crazy?
people.
When Lo speaks, I'm just waiting for like what part he begins to troll. That's what my mind is focused on. But now I know you are, but it's just,
I don't know, bro.
Because
like
because I think I'm being very serious when I say I don't think that a lot of people have this self-awareness, because a lot of the things that people just send to me, and I'm pretty sure y'all get it as well. It's just, I'm looking at it, I'm like, how do you think that is acceptable? And I'm being dead serious when I say that. And so I feel like that's the biggest weakness of a lot of people when it comes to editing, is that they're just not self-aware.
Not just editing though, like just in general with things that you put effort into, that's the case. Like I remember when I was in high school and I tried out for the basketball team and I didn't make it past the first cut. I was sitting there like, I was looking at my friends like, did you guys know this about me? Like that I wasn't gonna make the first cut, but it turns out I just fucking sucked. And like they were like, yo, you're not actually like
good at basketball.
You're not good at it.
Like you're actually overweight, so. But that's because I tried, you know what I mean? And so like, not only your self-esteem and your pride is on the line, but also like you become a little bit delusional when it's something that you care about or that you don't want to be known to be bad at. Like I would love to have great memory or be very fast. Like if I was a fast person, like fast learner, I'd be amazing at PC games, but I can never be a professional PC gamer because I'm not good at that. But that's hard to admit because I want to be good at those things.
Me too.
It's kind of like when every kid realizes that they're not tall enough to make it in the NBA or good enough or fit enough or like they ain't practiced enough. The second that shit hits, I'm in grade 8, I'm like, man, so I'm really not gonna make the NBA because I can't even make this rep team, this AA rep team. In my regional.
Rep in soccer.
But agree, but you have to, like, at some point though, you have to admit it. And I mean, regardless of what it is, I mean, if it's a skill or not, or it's just a trait that some people have and others don't. Like at some point, you have to like acknowledge like there's something wrong with me and then try to self-assess it. Because even at this point, Waleed can do it on his own because he can self-assess his own work. At some point, I would have to be able to obtain that, and so would you. Like everybody on YouTube would have to have obtained it at some point with a critical eye, because quite frankly,
I call it the YouTube eye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody has to have that type of eye to understand what they're making is or isn't good or not. Like they have to have it.
Word.
You also have to realize that when you're editing a video, just because you personally think something is really funny or really care about it, it doesn't mean the general audience would be. For example, in one of your vlogs, when the one time you went to Buffalo without me and I had to go to a wedding, I couldn't make it. Don't start talking about weddings.
Oh man, Willie does go to one wedding per month. Like this shit is.
Anyways,
he leads Canada in wedding attendance.
There was a section where you spent about like 3 minutes talking to your brother, that I was dying laughing, but the audience who doesn't know him personally.
We didn't go. Oh, when I put up to yeah.
So me personally, I found it hilarious, but I know that the audience wouldn't, so you can't put that in. Just because you find something cool, entertaining, or funny doesn't mean you got to detach yourself from your interest to the
word. Because technically, anything that you do, you're gonna think that shit is cool, but sometimes it fucking sucks, guys. Like for people who don't care about you, like if you send it to your friends, they might be like, "Oh wow," because I know you, that's funny. But for people who don't know you, which is most people on earth, it is wildly irrelevant and you should not be putting it in videos. So the second you can begin to make that distinction, you're blessed.
Like, I'm sure that people that would be, if they were ever editing for you for odd reason that I decide I don't want to anymore, you never know.
I have other editors right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has the and the.
I have the,
he has the editor
and
the editor.
That's editor? Not yours. Anyways.
I dead ass call him that. I call him the editor.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. No,
I know you should. I'm the editor.
No,
anyways,
he's talking about
No, I'm talking about anyway, whatever.
Anyways,
yeah. Come on, now. Come on, the editor.
I feel the amount of times
come on, the editor.
The amount of times I pop into videos or happen to be in there for a split second, I cut myself out a lot. I feel like other people wouldn't. Like they'd be excited for the fact that they're in the video or think that what they did was really
excited
funny.
that the editor is in the video.
No, the editor editing it would want more airtime.
Literally, what he's saying.
Pay attention, man. Okay. You're on these. You're looking at all these thotties on Instagram. Snatch that shit, yo. You don't need this, man.
On Snapchat and Instagram.
God damn.
There was a moment like 4 minutes.
He's dropping gems right now. You're not paying attention. What's the problem with you today, man?
Sit down.
You know what? Also is crazy. Pacing. I think you do that really, really well.
I do.
Pacing is very important because there's a lot of times I watch people, especially with the amount of content that he gives you. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of times where people will upload a video, and it's not just that the video could be shorter, because there's a lot of video that's on YouTube right now that are like 15, 18 minutes long, but it's paced so well that it doesn't feel like it's that long. Mm-hmm. Pacing is so important because there's too many times where I'm watching a video and it just feels like you've been on this way too long. Move on to the next thing, or just having an understanding of feel of how to like correctly time things out. And I think it's your strong.
I never stretch a video or try to make it longer.
You see how he just looked at you and he looked at me and he's like, "Wow, I really did say something positive right there."
He never does that. That's really weird. I never stretch a video out or know how long it is until I'm literally done cutting up the entire video. I have no idea. I don't know how long it is.
That shit irritates me when people believe that we know how long a video is before we get done. Like,
I have an idea of how long based on the content.
But there's no way you know how long the video.
But sometimes I'm off. I'm like, yo, this is a 15-minute video, and then Walid is like, hey, dude, it's 8. I'm like, bro, what happened to, like, did you get this part? Yeah,
it wasn't good enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when the video ends at like 10 minutes and like 10 or 3 seconds, and people think we pulled a T-Jack, when the reality is like we didn't pull that. It's just the fact that it just so happened to end. Yeah, it just so happened to end like that.
Word.
I don't do that, and he never pushes for it, like ever. I can't even imagine.
Crazy.
Oh, of course, because you gotta like, you never know what might happen after the podcast.
I can't imagine putting content into a video that I don't think is good enough. I refuse. We have a lot of discussions about like flow of video, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna add this, da da da," and I'm like, "No, like it doesn't flow." Like the flow or tempo that I put, what you just, that last 2 games you thought is, oh, it was good, it was funny. I'm like, yeah, I don't care, because it ruins my flow.
It'd be funny. Sometimes it'd be real funny.
It is. There's a lot of funny stuff that you guys don't get to see because it would ruin the flow or tempo of the video. There's like a vibe. I like to, anybody that's new.
Or the video get demonetized.
The folder. For example, one tip that I will give people, this is a free tip by the way, or you can like cash at me $1, is
it's probably free. Yeah, it's
probably
free.
Unless
of course you want it.
It's definitely free.
What's it called? It's if you're ever at a movie theater, like let's say you're at a movie theater and there's a certain part of the movie where literally you and all your friends at the same time just quickly glance at your phone or look at your phone at the same time. That spot is a dead spot. Whatever was going on in the movie should have been cut out, no matter what, how good, how funny, however it was. The fact that their attention could go off the screen and to anything else around them means it shouldn't have been there. So, for example, some funny bits or like a funny joke or two would make me cut the entire like the gameplay out. So sometimes there's gameplay that has like 3 hilarious jokes, but I'm not gonna add an entire game of 2K, like a full like park game, which is only like 3 minutes, but that would ruin the whole video for me for like 2 good jokes.
Indeed, that's why Interstellar is the best movie of all time, because it was 3 hours and I never looked at my phone. It's a good point, Lee. You made a very valid point.
The fact that Kanye's College Dropout is one of the greatest albums ever because I didn't skip a song.
Except the skits.
Oh.
That was late registration.
What are you, bugging? Yo, you're crazy.
Late registration was better than College Dropout, but we're not going to get into that.
But I agree. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, you do a really good job at that. Editor. Yeah, you do a really good job at that, and I think that's weird. I think that's an aspect that a lot of people can like pick up from, is just understanding pace and tempo.
I think it's the most important. I think it's literally most important.
Maybe not most, but I think it's definitely up there.
Because if I watch anyone's 2K, like I don't watch 2K videos. Keep in mind.
Who does?
I don't think anybody does. Keep in mind, the only ones I could ever find entertaining, no offense to anybody, is the moment videos that literally me and you create.
They are bangers.
It's because for me, it's like it's not really attached to the gameplay. Like the gameplay is there, but the video itself is funny. If it wasn't funny, it would be in the video. But I can't watch a gameplay based game. It's not for me. But if it was funny, like for example, Fitz
does make some funny videos.
I don't know anything.
Once every 6 months, he drops a funny video.
CSGO, is that the game? CSGO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the game. Never played it. Don't know nothing about it. But it's funny.
Oh, those are the greatest content creators. Because like I literally thought about playing Rust just because of 1 or 2 content creators. And I've never in my life played that game. Yo, and I was like, okay. I just want to play it just because they're playing it.
The guys that make in the tactical community, like Aqua FPS, there's a group of them and they pull views and their videos are so fucking good. You'd be like, how is it possible that these guys exist? And it's kind of like the 2K community. Unless you play the game, you don't know that they exist.
Yeah.
So I sat there and watched this YouTuber called Aqua FPS play Tarkov. And not only did I start making some Prime videos inspired by like the format of his videos, but I was thoroughly entertained the entire. I've never seen a video so perfectly put together. It's not that the content he was getting was so incredible. It's just the way he was able to tell the story of I beat this boss in Tarkov. And it's a simple thing to do. Plenty of people have done it, but the way he presented it was so fucking engaging. So yeah, there are people in that community, Rust, Tarkov, PUBG. Like I rate all those guys. They make very, very good content.
2K holds you back to like what you can produce at the same time, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It's more limited. Like those other games, like, and especially a game like Tarkov that receives so many updates, you don't have to ever really struggle for content. There's always things to do. And the good thing that 2K doesn't have that a lot of like new games have, Fortnite had it a few years ago, is that the game is so interesting, you actually don't have to try to make it entertaining. Just watching someone who's funny or good at the game is entertaining itself. Do you remember when like you could sit there for, I don't know if you went through this, but me and Waleed definitely did. We sat there and watched every single Ninja video or Myth video because the game was so entertaining. You actually didn't have to try and be funny or try and be amazing. It was just an entertaining game. But every game eventually loses that flavor. Some games like Rainbow Six are able to keep it up for a long time. CSGO keeps it up. Yeah, but I'm saying for a lot of people, they no longer are interested in just that. Now, like I will watch Fortnite videos, but it's like it's C-Day. Right? Because the guy is hilarious. His editing is on point. But I won't sit there and watch like a full Fortnite gameplay no more.
I think there's two types of game. There's funny gameplay and then there's like the gameplay based. So
yeah, facts.
I feel like if you're younger, you're gonna want to watch C-Day. Someone like me, I would not rather. I'd watch like Tfue or Ninja, who's actually physically good at the game. I want to watch the gameplay itself. 2K is not one of the games you want to watch the gameplay of. 2K is I'd rather take the C-Day.
Like you have to make 2K interesting. Yeah. Unless it's like a wager or like a serious big game that has like stakes. Then in that case, it carries itself.
Do you think that's the reason why people aren't watching the 2K League?
No, I feel like the 2K League, if I'm being honest, it doesn't get any support from the developers. And the things that I've heard behind the scenes is scary how little support it gets sometimes. And I feel like it has the potential to be something really dope because I genuinely enjoy playing Pro-Am. And when you play against those guys in the 2K League, they're fucking good. They're all really good. They would flood any one of us because that's all they do every day. Yeah. But the fact that if I could sit there and when I watch the 2K League play, that's not clear to you. It's not clear that any one of them are good players. And that's, I feel like the hurdle they're trying to like get over. You can't really tell when an amazing play is made or when a high IQ play was made. And so you usually just rely on like casters like Dirk to break it down. Yeah. And even then you shouldn't have to. Like when I'm watching like my favorite esport is Tekken 7. I know exactly when JDCR did this thing that nobody humanly should be able to do, and everybody else knows it that exact moment, and that's why they get excited. In CSGO, when you land like 5 headshots in a row with a deagle, everybody knows what you just did against the people you did it against was unreal, and it should not have been possible. So that's why they are excited about it. Have you ever seen a 2K clip where you were genuinely excited? Like the only person that makes me feel that way is like Stezo. And even he's been limited year because they keep taking dribble moves out the game.
But is that just because everybody plays very similar? Like everybody's
forced to play very similar.
Which is why I think that may be like just the biggest detriment of 2K in general, and why even I don't really like playing the game anymore. Because it just feels like everybody's doing the same thing. And it may be right.
Exactly.
Like that.
Do you remember in 16 when we used to play on the park? There was plenty of different ways to do well. Sure, there was overpowered shit, but because there was plenty of overpowered stuff and speed boosting this, aside from like 15 when there was like the demigod glitch, aside from glitches, the game was fun because we didn't all have to do the same thing to win. Yeah. And as the years went on, like you got to do the same thing now. Everyone has the same shit.
It wasn't even that because like even when we played my team, like
that was fun too.
Yeah, but like in 2K16 specifically, I remember like in my team, it wasn't just that it was pick and rolls or pick and pops. I can post up and do a post fade and make that consistently enough to put that in my arsenal.
And I think they had the post fade badge, I think, in 16. Yeah, well, that might have been 15 because I used to abuse Dirk.
One of the two because I was definitely cheesing on that. Yeah. But then they just got to the point like now, if you posting up, the only thing that people are doing is basically drop stepping.
Yeah.
And that's really
occasionally post spin if you have post takeover.
But that's really it. And so yeah, it just feels like everything is the same, and that's why I feel like 2K is just tired, and it gets very depressing trying to play that game yourself.
Or especially like 18 was the career low, and then I was like, 20 is gonna be the one. And then even 20, like they're not updating the game. They're not even trying. But
they're not. Yeah, they're not updating the game.
But okay. So technically, we all know all they have to do is hire more developers. But ideally,
change the park, please. God.
Ideally, the visual stuff. If you ever go back to 2K14, it's scary how bright and interesting everything looks. As a person who didn't give a shit about the park, I still watched some videos of the park in 14 just because it's like, what is this thing that's so bright and fun? You could walk around. It's like an open world. Like they need to get that brightness and like just up the saturation. Fuck
the
it.
fact that 2K19 and 2K20 looks basically the same,
That
not even from the park, just even from like the main menu, it looks practically the same from start to finish. Is very disappointing.
Yeah, but
I only had one request for 2K20. It was to change the park because I don't play the game, so I don't care. I don't even know how to play 2K. I don't care at all. Just editing wise, I don't want to see the park from 19 end up in 20. That's the only thing I care about.
But they changed the Prime Arena and they added some disc golf in the alleys.
Prime.
You peeped that?
I don't care about Prime.
Yeah, they added some disc golf for the people.
Nah, I don't care about Prime.
So, but do you think they're going to change
I like
it?
the Prime videos.
I think they're going to change it next year
Because of the new systems?
I genuinely feel like because 2K is so understaffed, they were unable to optimize the game the way that they should have. And so that means that there's plenty of limitations on them. So I feel like the next consoles ideally should have way less limitations. That being said, I always felt like PC should have been the best version of 2K and it's conveniently the worst after
Or they
the
just
Switch.
held back their stuff because they want to make the next gen.
I'm sure they started working on stuff for next gen years ago, but that's stuff that wouldn't have been able to make it into this gen anyway. So I'm interested to see how they optimize the new platform.
Might be right though, because they did that last gen.
What did they hold back in 14? Like they even dropped my team in 13, and then next gen was in 2K14. So they dropped a brand new mode that was one of their biggest modes right now.
Yeah, but outside of that, I believe it wasn't that much different. But I vividly remember like 2K13 and 14 on last gen was basically the same game.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But this is probably going to be the case this time too. 2K21 that releases on PS4 is going to be fucking shit. It's going to be the same game. Because why would they work on that game? There's a new game, and they probably want people to buy this game and the next one too. And I don't know if you heard, was it CD Projekt Red? Oh man. Oh, Peter needs me for a video. Actually, I need Peter for a video. CD Projekt Red, I believe it was, that came out and said that if you buy our games on this gen, it's actually going to transfer over on Xbox to next gen, which is wild.
I saw you reply to that.
Yeah, that's love right there. CD Projekt Red is one of the most amazing developers. Obviously, the guys who made The Witcher. So incredibly talented. You know what I mean? So I always like to show. I'm going to buy their games just because. Even though I don't really care. Then I don't play single player games like that, but I like to show love when developers are doing something right.
True.
Yeah, was that a good tweet that you just read and ignored him?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
He said he is a developer that's going to give you the ability to play the same game that you bought on the old gen on the new gen. I heard what he said.
Okay, nice. Man.
I can multitask.
Oh,
not
word.
remedial.
Word. I'm glad you just threw that shit in your vocabulary for this podcast.
I love that word too.
I've never heard him say it before.
Remedial?
This hour.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard you say it. You used it twice in the hour, so.
Oh yeah, no,
that means something.
Yeah, on top of that, you need to wine and dine me today. So let's wrap this up.
Oh, I got a video to record right now.
You're whining and dining.
Well, first of all, everywhere is closed. Also, I'm in the middle of a 48-hour fast, so I can't even eat.
I don't care about what you eating. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eating. It's about what I'm eating.
I'll take you out. What day is it?
Sunday.
Take you out next month.
Yeah, right.
Good Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Hey, thank you guys so much for listening to the Peer to Peer Podcast. Waleed, thank you so much for being a guest. It's glad to have you on camera and stuff. You know, voluntarily, not like just breaking through doors and shit to make it.
I like it better that way, you know? Unannounced, just interrupt. I like interrupting.
If you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts, drop a 5-star. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, put on notifications. You got so excited. Did you get excited about the photo or notifications?
Wow.
That is a great photo.
Yeah, it's a great photo.
My channel link is in the description.
It won't be.
It
no, gang.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Stitcher, you know, Spotify. I'm missing one. Google Play, of course. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
And the aux cord.
Can't forget about those guys.
Foot race this week.
He's not going to actually do it, but I'll set up a date for a foot race. You're not going to want to do it, bro.
I'm a vlog.
Any closing words you got to say, man?
I'm a vlog the stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be giving away my material. What if I have a special? And look how disappointed he got. I looked at him as I said it. Nah, no cap. You're not going to record that.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Why would he not?
Because that's the thing you just live and then you move on from. You know what I mean?
But you're not funny though.
But it had nothing to do with being funny. There's some comedians that aren't funny outside of their stand-up material.
And you're one of them.
I'm not a comedian though.
I'm trying to go out.
You trying so hard to hate right now,
Where
bro.
are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? No.
I'll be
That's
out.
actually one of the questions I want to ask. Where are you going?
Me?
Yeah, where are you going?
Take a shower.
No. Where are you going?
Yo,
Where
don't
you
ever,
going?
don't do. I will
Are we
fight.
getting
Where you
closer?
going?
Yo,
Where you going?
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Yo,
just slip
where
right
are you
under this
going?
table.
No.
I'm out.
Waleed, what are you doing? Watch out, don't hit the camera, Waleed.
Waleed,
Yo, Waleed, what are you doing?
he's doing a lot. He could have just told us where he's going.
Yeah, you about to go simp, huh? You about to go simp tonight? You about to go simp? Yeah, we can go wrap up the pod. All right, we'll see y'all next time.
I'm going to the club.
Oh, you couldn't say that? That was a secret?
It's my private life.
You about to go simp tonight.
Oh yeah, let me get my not sponsored drink right here.
Yeah, get that out of here.
All right, Waleed, enjoy your night. You know what I mean? We're just waiting for you to leave so we can talk shit.
God, this guy right here. I swear. This guy.
Hey, yeah, that's it, guys. That's all we wanted to say. So we'll catch you guys on the next podcast, which is on Thursday, Mondays and Thursdays. We should say that more often.
Way more often.
Yeah. Some people just know, and I'm like, is it Monday? Oh, it is. Yeah. They let me know.
People just reminding you about your podcast.
Yeah, it does happen from time to time.